everyone, it's Lily here from Shine Bright Diamonds 2023, and I am here for you on this Sunday, May 4th, with another one of my weekly WIP'n chats. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you have found my little corner here on YouTube. And of course, those of you that are returning, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time tuning into a WIP'n chat, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat is where I literally just chat to you about what's been going on in my little corner here in Canada. So feel free to pull out one of your projects and work alongside me, or treat this as a podcast, whatever floats your boat. So, hi. Um, it has been, I think my last WIP'n chat was 2 weeks ago. I have been beyond sick. So, and you can probably hear it in my voice. I am still recovering, but I really just wanted to jump on and film a little WIP'n chat because I miss everyone and I miss our little YouTube community here. So, before I get into what's been going on, let me just go over what I am working on. So, you're going to notice the big canvas is gone. I have put Little Baker off to the side by Miss Holly, and I've actually just been working on my Paint Gem Easter edition kit. So the supplies I've been using have been super basic, nothing crazy. I've just been using my tray from Yellow Dog Designs, and I've honestly just been using my Diamond Art Club Twist and Pick pen. That's it. And then of course, the loose paper is coming from Bee's Crafty Corner, and my little cover minder is coming from Yellow Dog Designs. So let's get into it. This is the one that I'm going to be working on today. I started it this morning. I do need to finish it, so I just turned on my backlight. And let me just grab a color here. Ugh, there we go. Okay. So, how are you? What is new? I know for myself, I am still recovering. I think last time we talked, I had, you know, yeah, it was Easter. Oh my gosh, it was my Easter long weekend, so I had like 4 days off work. And fortunately, I never actually ended up back at work. Um, I've been off work for the past 2 weeks, unfortunately, because I ended up getting a really bad respiratory infection, and I have been just literally recovering. Um, when did it start? So I think it was Easter Sunday. We had gone for Easter dinner with my boyfriend's family. And then we came home. I started to feel a little rough. Didn't think anything of it. Thought I could sleep it off. Easter Monday, I had off. Went and did my groceries, thinking, oh, it's fine. And then when I did groceries, I think I came home, napped. I just felt like a train had hit me. And then I think I did film a WIP'n chat because I was feeling better. But then after that WIP'n chat, I was so ill. I couldn't stop coughing. My throat was hurting from the amount of coughing. Um, I had the worst headache. I just had these awful body aches. Like all my joints were just so swollen, and it doesn't help that I have chronic pain. So that just made it so much more worse. Um, and I was having trouble breathing. Um, so I ended up calling in sick to work. And then the next day I went to my doctor, and she ended up giving me 2 inhalers. And she said, you have a chest infection. It sounds like it's a virus. It doesn't sound bacterial. So we can't give any antibiotics. You have to let it run its course. And she had given me a note because I would be off work for the next 2 days, with the idea being that whatever this bug was would pass. This is way too bright. And that I would hopefully return to work on the Friday, which would have been April 25th. Yeah, Friday, April 25th was when we were hoping I would return back to work. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case because that Friday, sorry, I'm still like I said, I'm still recovering. My voice is slowly coming back. but I am doing much better. Um, but that Friday, I ended up just feeling even worse. I was having more trouble breathing. The coughing was much worse. The fever, the body aches, the chills, it was horrible. I couldn't get out of bed. And I remember calling my boyfriend. I could barely talk. I hadn't eaten anything. I had lost my appetite. And I was sort of just eating popsicles. That's all I could manage. Popsicles, juice, water, Gatorade. I really wasn't hungry at all. And I remember telling my boyfriend that Friday, saying, I really need you to take me to the hospital. There's something wrong. And he was like, well, do you think maybe you can go back to the doctor? Like, like what might the hospital be able to do? And I told him, I was like, well, if I go to the hospital, no matter what, they have to run a test. They have to do some type of chest x ray. Whereas if I go to my family doctor, it might be here's a requisition and then having to go to a different location on a different day and get that x ray done. So, anyway, my boyfriend took me to the hospital. They moved me very quick through the ER. I was really surprised, but I could barely walk. Um, so, they ended up having to put me in a wheelchair. While I was at the hospital, um, they did do a chest x ray. Thank God it wasn't pneumonia, but my lungs were clear. And it was a double edged sword because I was so ill, but they couldn't do anything for me at the hospital. They said, unfortunately, you have to wait this out at home. Um, this is not the type of illness that we can do anything. Like, you have to just keep drinking your fluids, you have to rest. The best they could do was give me some really strong cough syrup so that I could at least sleep. And let me just grab a different color here. Am I doing this right? Oh no. I need this one. Trying out this new storage system. It's this one here. It's called Crafties. No, Craftmates. It's called Craftmates anyway. So the hospital gave me this really strong cough syrup. And essentially from this cough syrup, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. You know what? This is how you know I'm still sick. I have no idea what I'm doing. I need this. That's the color I need. Anyway, and the cough syrup, when we went to the pharmacy to fill it, the pharmacist could tell I was very ill and was talking to my boyfriend. And he explained to my boyfriend that the cough syrup had opioids in it. And he went over, what to do in case I like overdose because I've taken too much. And my boyfriend's just like, oh God. Like, on top of her having two separate inhalers to use, she's now got these cough syrup. She has pills that are supposed to loosen like mucus and whatever is in your chest so that you can cough it up, which I had finally started doing. But then he's like, now I have to worry about you and this cough syrup. Anyway, um, that was Friday, the 25th of April. I'm not gonna lie, that cough syrup was a gift because it knocked me out. I was able to sleep. Um, and I think because of that cough syrup was what really helped me sort of recover. But then, and this might be TMI, but the Sunday, the 27th, I was obviously still in bed, still sleeping. And my boyfriend goes to me, he's like, oh, you have like sleep in your eye. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what's sleep? I have no idea what that means. And he's like, well, sometimes when you sleep, you get like little eye crusty. And I was like, oh, like I just call it like eye gum. Like, and he goes, but you have a lot of it. And you might want to go wipe it. I go to the washroom and my whole left eye was just encrusted in this like weird, it looked like mucus, like dried mucus. It was disgusting. So I cleaned it up and then my eye was red. And I thought, oh, maybe my eye's red from me cleaning it, like rubbing it. And of course, as soon as I start moving, I start coughing, everything's just falling apart again. And then I fell back asleep. And I woke up and the same thing happened. And I'm like, oh my God, like I think there's something wrong with my eye now. So then, of course, it's Sunday night when all this is happening. So then Monday, April 28th, my boyfriend takes me to the doctor because I can't drive. And the doctor's like, yeah, like this is, he said the name of whatever it was. But he's like, this is like your body's just finding another way to get rid of this virus and it's now coming out of your eye. And I'm like, oh, well, this is really gross. So I ended up getting another prescription. This time, though, it was because it looked like I had a bacterial infection in my eye from the mucus. So I ended up with an eye infection on top of dealing with this chest infection. And then all these meds, there was like different times when I had to take them all. So like my boyfriend was helping with the chart to figure it out, and then of course he's trying to work. God bless his soul. So anyway, we got into a good routine this past week of me sleeping um, with the meds. So like certain times of the day when I take whichever puffer I need to take, whichever eye drop, like eye, and then the cough syrup, and then the pills. I was just very out of it. But I am officially feeling much better. Obviously, my voice is still recovering. I do get like in the morning, like really bad cough, but I think it's just because I've been sleeping for so long. um, but tomorrow I am officially going back to work, and I am so excited. It feels weird because I've been off for 2 weeks just from being super sick. Um, but I'm really excited to see everyone. Work has been really supportive. There was some paperwork I had to fill out because it, technically was considered a short leave of absence. Um, but I'm good to go. So I'm very excited for tomorrow. I'm a little nervous. I feel like it's the first day of school all over again because I haven't seen my kids, like my students, or the team in 2 weeks. So I have no idea what the state of my classroom is going to be in. Um, but I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, so it really wasn't until this past Thursday, which would have been, oh my gosh, May 1st, that I finally started eating food, like actually being hungry and wanting to eat, and really starting to, I guess, perk up and feel better. Yesterday was Saturday. I did have to go to physio. I'm still in treatment for my arm, still on the wait list for my nerve testing in to meet the neurologist. But because I haven't been able to use my arm, or mainly because I haven't been moving, the physiotherapist is like, "Oh, your arm's in good shape." And then I told her what happened, and she's like, "Oh, well, we'll see how it goes now that you're back." And I said, "Yeah, we'll see." Although I did bake some muffins today, and I didn't have any pain, so that's good. But yeah, so yesterday I had physio, and then I still do get pretty short of breath. Um, so my boyfriend was like, why don't we just do a little walk? So we did a little walk outside. We've just been walking slowly a little more every day. Um, but tomorrow will be interesting with work. Um, Obviously, we'll see how it goes. I'll probably be really tired, but that's okay. Um, but yeah, and then today we, um, my boyfriend drove me up to visit with my parents. So that was really nice. My family was very worried because they're about an hour away. Um, and unfortunately, I do have a family member that's autoimmune compromised, so they couldn't come and take care. So it was just, a lot of my boyfriend texting and talking to them on my behalf, let them know what was happening. But yeah, so that's that. Um, in terms of like TV shows and books, not really. I just put like TLC on in the background, and I ended up sleeping through everything. So I really haven't actually sat and watched TV. Although I have been watching the hockey, or well, somewhat watching the hockey as best as I can. The Leafs did make it to round two of the playoffs, so They're going to be playing the Florida Panthers next, so I'm super excited for that. Should be good. Um, and then in terms of books, I did finish that book, Kiss of the Basilisk, today. Let me just take a sip of my tea here. So I did finish Kiss of the Basilisk today. I'm gonna be honest, it was an extremely spicy book. Didn't expect it to be as spicy as it was, but it was good. Um, I'm definitely curious for the sequel. I don't know when the sequel comes out. I know it comes out sometime this year, but now I need to. I'm at like a crossroads because I was reading the book Lights Out, which is another dark romance. So I can either pick that book up and keep reading it, or I might just want to start something new that's like just like a completely different genre. So I haven't decided yet, but when I'm done with our WIP'n chat, and because I always read before I go to bed, so I'll have to figure out what I will do if I'm gonna continue with Lights Out or take a break from it and start something new. So I haven't decided yet. I'll see what I'm in the mood for. Um, Now the past, what is it? Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. I do have diamond painting news. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have had the worst brain fog, to be honest. The past couple of days that I've started to feel more myself, I feel like my brain's been doing like a mile a minute with like thoughts, but then I keep forgetting what I need to do or talk about. But anyway, so yesterday, obviously yesterday was Saturday, today's Sunday. Goodness gracious. And this video is going to go up on Tuesday. Haha. But Saturday, Diamond Art Club had some amazing releases. I ended up not getting anything. I did wishlist the new Margaret Morales diamond painting. But the reason I ended up not getting it, which part of me is really happy because it seemed like it was really stressful. Like a lot of the new releases sold out really quick. Um, but I'll just get it on a restock. It's fine. But the reason I ended up not getting it was because I ended up ordering Butterfly Fantasy by Steve Sundrum. And the reason I ordered it is because it went low stock, and I was really afraid that it might get archived. And it's a piece that I've had my eye on since I saw it. I think it came out Black Friday. Um, so that should be coming, I'm hoping, sometime this week. And then I was able to snag the new Miss Holly kit earlier this week when I went on, and it was still in stock. I can't remember when it came out, but it was still in stock when I finally came around to trying to pick it up. But it's the, what is it? It's the mermaid in the bathtub. It's like tranquility bath or something. I don't know. It's absolutely beautiful. Um, so yeah, so I was bad. I did do some diamond painting, shopping, which now I'm like, I need to like, I just want to sit and work on all my diamond paintings. Um, but I did have to put Little Baker off to the side because my desk, where it's located in the apartment, is really close to our washroom. So, and it's also closer like to our bedroom. So, what ended up happening was my desk, my boyfriend had helped me put my diamond kit off to the side so that it would be cleared off, so that I had space at my desk um, to set up like all my meds. So, we had my medication set up, which we still have everything set up. And then um, when I was able to like eat, I was eating at my desk just because our kitchen is like, and our kitchen table is at the far end of the apartment, which when I'm not sick, it's not that far of a walk. But when you're really ill, it's a lot. So we had essentially cleared off my desk so that I could use it as a table to eat at because it was just a lot closer to our bed. And then, of course, the washroom if I was, really not feeling well and I just needed to get there quicker. Um, and then because I'm still in active treatment with my meds, um, the little baker kit it's off to the side. then because I had my Easter edition set up, I was like, not set up, but kit up. I was like, well, this is something small that I can work on while I'm diamond painting, while I'm trying to get better. And it's easy for me to move if I need to, use my desk again to eat at. But now that I'm able to eat like at the kitchen table again, I don't really like eating at my desk. I will be probably setting up Little Baker again soon. But now I'm like, I just want to finish these little cute eggs. I think this is my third one that I'm on. Third one? Or my fourth one? I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, this is my third one because it says 3 on the bottom here. This is the third one I'm working on. So yeah, so that's that. But yeah, so I do have some Happy Mail coming. I am super excited for that. Like I said, I think hopefully, I know everything has shipped, but I'm pretty sure it's coming this week. So my guess is maybe by Thursday or Friday. So that'll be exciting. And then what else is there? Well, that's about it. That's all I got in terms of things. All I know is that I seriously need to go on a low buy hardcore and really work on some of my kits, which I do work on them. It's just I work really slow, but that's okay. But yeah, I mean, the thing with me in the paint gems is like I single place everything. I don't know why. The paint gems, I'm just like single placing and it just makes me happy. When I'm working on my bigger kits, I'm like, I want to do all the multi placing possible. Not for this one. Not for this one. Oh, on the bright side, I did finally get my Margaret Morales Hades and Persephone diamond painting kit that was on my wish list. So I did end up getting that one. I ended up taking the Margaret Morales Alice in Wonderland kit off my wish list, which I think is called Down the Rabbit Hole, just because I realized I don't need 2 Alice in Wonderland themed kits from the same artist. So I ended up taking that one off my wish list. Um, so that was that. So now my wish list is literally just the new Margaret Morales diamond painting kit. I have a really small wish list, to be honest. I think it's just that. Oh, and the Mulan kit that I missed out on. Dropped for the Disney thing. So I'm really excited for that one. But now I'm like, I feel like now that I have all these different kits, I'm like, I don't know which one I want to work on because quite a few kits from my wish list literally I had picked up because I got my Magical Arcades, which was my unicorn, Hades and Persephone, and then because Butterfly Fantasy went low stock, I picked that one up. Which that one's going to be a beast because I think it's very confetti heavy. But the colors are so beautiful. I really don't mind. As long as it's, colorful, I'm happy. But yeah, so so we'll see. So in other words, I feel like I have a lot of active WIPs. I've got my Easter edition, I've got that Halloween mystery kit that's just been thrown to the side. And then I have my Little Baker diamond painting kit that I will get to eventually. And yeah, so now I'm like, oh man, I'm back where I started, where I have too many things kitted up. And I also have a surprise project kitted up that I will not talk about because said family member might be watching. But I do have a 4th project kitted up that I am working on that I will be definitely doing a post review on when it is done and talking more about it once said surprise project is given to said person. So I feel like that's really mysterious, but yes. So technically I have 4 WIPs on the go. I have a feeling the month of May, it's going to be me just working through my WIPs. I do know though that the next big kit that I work on, I really need it to be a round kit. Um, so we'll see what that is, whether I end up kitting up Year of the Snake, because I do really want to work on that one this year, or like as my big one, or if I just sort of kit up some of my smaller round kits that I have from like Dreamer Designs, or I don't think I have any rounds from Orlo. I only have squares. My next big kit definitely want it to be a round kit for a change, because I really want to try and alternate between round square as best as possible. I've realized I do have a pretty good mix in my stash. And I do also really want to start working through some of the older diamond paintings in my stash. And when I say older, I mean like the ones from like 2 years ago. Um, because I don't want those sitting too long. I don't know if when they sit too long it affects the glue or what. Okay, so I'm going to finish this color and then I am going to wrap up because my voice is really starting to go. There we go. Ooh, too bright. Okay, so here is the egg. It's looking really good. I'm excited for this one. It's purple, it's cute. I think there's 16 eggs in total, so I imagine I'll just work through these this week. I imagine I'll probably be done the egg edition within the next week, week and a half. But yeah, anyway. So if you did enjoy today's video, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support does mean the world to me. Of course, if you are looking for more diamond painting content, you can find me on my Instagram at ShineBrightDiamonds2023. So until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye everyone.